Namaskar and good afternoon. It's good afternoon. We are here to discuss about the roadmap for sustainable steel industry future. And I strongly believe we have to move beyond what the ma'am Vinita ma'am had said, beyond policy debate to actually green steel policy implementation strategy. It's a privilege for me to represent IFA Sustainable Steel Association today to such distinguished panels and audience from policymakers, industry leaders, academicians, researchers at such an defining inflection point for India's steel industry. As all my previous speakers, learned person had said, we are the second largest steel exporter right now. But that's not the only pride that we should take. We are the largest growing steel economy on this planet with a barely 100 million tons a decade ago to 200 million tons. That is exactly double policy capacity today. 165 million production already achieved. National ambitions of what Sir said, 300 is already declared, and maybe 400, 500, though I beg to differ for that. There should be some capacity discipline among our country till we are able to produce value added products, because we have recently started gaining per capita usage of steel. So we need to have the capacity to export value added products, and nobody around the globe is going to purchase our commodity steel coils and commodity TMT bars. So at this particular inflection time when we are growing rapidly, yes, everybody said everybody has reached a stagnation in steel production or capacity building. We are consistently going up. We are right now just not just number two in steel production, we are number one in steel recycling as well, which makes us the real champions of sustainability. So, first of all, be unapologetic to all Indian industry player. Sustainability or green steel is not at all any Western imported idea. It has always been inculcated in our own culture. Sustainability, conservation, natural resource usage, it has always been in our ethos. अब 900 चूहे खा के बिल्ली हज को चली, जिन्होंने ग्रीन गैस एमिशन सबसे ज़्यादा किया है, आज वो क्यों हमें सिखाना चाह रहे हैं, पर हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छा है. एंड आई कंसिडर CBAM not to be a worrying, CBAM to be actually a possible trigger point for us to elevate our technology, elevate our methodology, and be ready for the world. The question today is not whether Indian steel industry or Indian manufacturing industry will grow. The important question is whether we will grow green or we'll pay later on for continuing to grow green being in our convenience. That is a major question, and industry has already started adapting to the changes. It is now part of government and policy makers and institutions, right from technology creators, researchers, as well as policy makers and financials, to make the policies very pragmatic. Those are inclusive. Those are not sector biased, or I would say they should be sector unbiased, taking care what MSME sector, which I am representing today, is already doing. See, because this is a very defining industrial challenge for the current generation. Future steel global ecosystem will not reward only the volumes, or they will not reward the promises and announcements. They will reward verified sustainability, energy efficiency initiatives, carbon accountability, and trusted compliance framework in action. Pardon me for this. See, as I said, I am representing secondary steel sector, and I can very proudly and responsibly say secondary steel sector is not a footnote in India's steel story. It is an important chapter, because these people who are contributing into some reports say 53%, some claim 47%. So I will be statistically and politically correct saying we contribute to 50% of the steel production. And we are spread across approximately 22 clusters across India. So we are using natural resources, available resources with most optimization. We are giving local talent and local population perfect near their residence, near their habitat, employment opportunities. And this secondary steel sector not just is creating 50 or 53% steel, we are giving more employment per ton as compared to primary sectors because of the use of IF and EAF as compared to blast furnace or blast oxygen furnace. Are already carbon emissions are minimum 45 to around 60% less. So yes, we have to consider, acknowledge and encourage secondary steel for being the actual pioneers in sustainability and real success story of green steel manufacturing in India. Around 1800 MSMEs are there. Most of them had already started utilizing whatever available resource, technical advancements, and financial capacity they have into improving. Because for them, for MSMEs, sustainability is not just heavy capital investment, innovations, or future technology discussion. It is how they are managing their resources today, how they are managing their furnaces, how they are using artificial intelligence and automation for predictive maintenance. And as before our panel, there was a discussion about logistic. Sir said very good thing that Indian, I think Mr. Sen said that Indian steel is affordable within the factory, and Sir said. So reason being, I'll come to whatever discussion was made in the first round. I like to correct with all humility our learned chairperson of the last. India's logistic cost was deemed 14%, or it was said to be 14% by certain international agencies. Indian current verified logistic cost is 7.9%. And I say this with responsibility being, and I say it responsibility being the jury for National Logistic Award for last 2 years and involved with PM Gati Shakti from the right beginning. So what logistic awards or logistic policy is doing is it is actually helping 0 mile as well as last mile connectivities for industries entire ecosystem. Whatever you said, 34 kilometer ban raha tha, 40 ban raha hai, 45 ban raha hai, it is bound to improve. And secondary steel will be helped once PM Gati Shakti is totally launched, which is having around 1700 layers of information, sir. सर उसमें क्या हो रहा है, हर 2 महीने में उसकी फिगर चेंज हो रही है, इसीलिए ऑफिशियल लॉन्च नहीं हो रहा. एंड दिस विल ऑल्सो इंक्लूड स्पेशल सेक्शन फॉर स्टील इंडस्ट्री अदर हैवी इंडस्ट्री, वेयर आर देयर रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल, वेयर आर देयर आउट पॉइंट्स, वेयर आर देयर इन पॉइंट्स, सो दैट इट कैन बी हेल्प्ड अलोंग. What steel industry is doing is every tonnage of steel that is being manufactured through steel recyclability, and we are number two in manufacturing, but proudly we are number 1 in steel scrap recycling. India is the only country globally with double figure mark of year-on-year use of scrap. We are at 15% year-on-year increase, whereas number 2 is Turkey with just 2%. So all major advocates of sustainability and green steel and decarbonization are not even at 2% increase in steel recyclability. We are right now doing it. So every tonnage used by our method or secondary steel, lower emissions, lower mining intensity, lower power usage, lower dependence on natural resources, and more recyclability. So when we are talking about green steel, we have to just redefine green steel as well. बहुत अच्छी बात बताई अदिति ने कि इनके कैब ड्राइवर ने पूछा स्टील का रंग ग्रीन कैसे हो गया. तो इंडस्ट्री को भी ये समझना होगा कि ग्रीन स्टील इज नॉट जस्ट अ कॉस्ट. ग्रीन स्टील एक्चुअली अ चेंज इन द माइंडसेट. It is a competitive advantage because once you go on sustainability route, you are able to produce green steel with whatever definition is available right now. I'll again reiterate, policymakers should also be making pragmatic and inclusive policies. Recent issues of BIS standards. A lot of predecessors have said about government GPP, government procurement policies. I'll discuss in upcoming slides. At one hand, government and institutions are advocating on sustainability and steel recyclability. On the other hand, old BIS standards said government procurement only from primary source. Steel है, केमिकल कॉम्पोजिशन अगर इस लायक है तो उसमें क्या डिफरेंशिएशन करना कि ये आयरन ओर से बनाया है या स्टील रिसाइकलिंग से बनाया। एक तरफ आपने कहा रिसाइकलिंग कीजिए, एक तरफ आपने कहा सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी में जाइए, सस्टेनेबिलिटी में जाइए। एंड ट्रस्ट मी, सस्टेनेबिलिटी केवल ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन, केवल CCUS नहीं है, वो बड़े प्लेयर्स के लिए है हु आर वेरी प्राउडली डिफाइनिंग द कैपेसिटी ऑफ इंडियन इंडस्ट्री। सेकेंडरी स्टील इज डिफाइनिंग द रेजिलियंस एंड एडेप्टेबिलिटी। उनके लिए छोटी छोटी अप्रोचेस हैं, वो कैसे रिसील रिसाइकलिंग कैसे कर रहे हैं। वो ग्रीन स्टील में अभी ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन में नहीं जाने वाले, लेकिन उनकी केमिकल कंपोजिशन अगर परफेक्ट हो, सरकार खरीदे सही, इसमें कोई शक नहीं, सबको ग्रीन स्टील चाहिए, बट nobody is ready to pay the premium. How can premium come? Government should make mandatory at least 20 to 30% that the steel which approves the BIS standards, which approve chemical testing laboratory through laboratory, we are ready to go for testing for each and every lot or each and every produce. But if it matches the primary one, it should be given certain encouragement in government product, because भारत में गवर्नमेंट से ज्यादा कोई परचेज नहीं करता स्टील। इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर गवर्नमेंट का है, तो गवर्नमेंट विल हैव टू सपोर्ट स्टील प्रोक्योरमेंट फ्रॉम सेकेंडरी स्टील प्लेयर्स हु आर ऑलरेडी ऑन टू सस्टेनेबिलिटी पास। बिकॉज व्हाट इट विल गिव इज डेफिनेटली इट विल, एज एट सेड, 300 मिलियन टन बना के हम उसे पूरा भारत में अभी नहीं खपा सकते, तो 500 मिलियन टन का सोच दीजिए। वो फायदा कब है उसका, जब हम उसे एक्सपोर्ट कर सकें। एक्सपोर्ट के लिए आपके पास CBAM है, अभी सिर्फ यूरोप में CBAM आया, जापान एंड कोरिया स्टार्टेड सर्टिफाइंग, UAE has started investing it in, China is scaling their capacity, so we cannot lag behind in decarbonization। बट उसका इस्तेमाल हम कहाँ करेंगे, जब वो गवर्नमेंट में इस्तेमाल होगा, हम उसे इस लायक बनाएंगे कि वो एक्सपोर्ट कॉम्पिटिटिवनेस में आ सके। बट दिस ट्रांजिशन विल नॉट हैपन इन अ डे, इट विल नॉट जस्ट हैपन विद ह्यूज कैपिटल इंटेंसिव इनोवेशन। ग्रेड में चलेगा, ट्रांजिशन फेजेस में होगा। जो लोग स्क्रैप बेस स्टील यूज कर रहे हैं उनको कुछ लीवरेज मिलना शुरू हो इन फाइनेंसिंग, इन पब्लिक प्रोक्योरमेंट एंड इन प्रैग्मेटिक लॉजिकल पॉलिसी मेकिंग और BIS स्टैंडर्ड्स। अभी ये लोगों ने सिर्फ CCUS नहीं, तो उन्होंने वेस्ट हीट रिकवरी स्टार्ट कर दिया है, विच इज अ वेरी प्रैग्मेटिक एंड वेरी सेंसिबल रीजन। आप नहीं बड़ा इन्वेस्टमेंट कर सकते, तो जो आपके पास अभी अवेलेबल है आप ऑप्टिमाइजेशन से स्टार्ट कीजिए, हम लोग कर रहे हैं। लास्ट माइल कनेक्टिविटी, स्टोरेज से, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन से अपने कार्बन पॉइंट्स कम कीजिए, अपनी कॉस्ट को कम कीजिए। एंड वन थिंग दैट विल हेल्प इज, विच विल बी कमिंग इन नेक्स्ट स्लाइड्स, इज ग्रीन स्टील टैक्सोनॉमी। One thing that we have not yet utilized or maybe not even thought about is what, I'll come to that later on then, is about carbon credit mechanism. Current international market is around $500 billion, which by 2030 which will be at least $4 trillion. In India itself, considering the amount of steel that we are planning to manufacture, by 2030 there is a scope of INR 1500 crore to 6000 crore of just carbon credit market, that is 500 rupees per ton to 2000 rupees per ton, that will help to offset the transition cost of modernization, innovation, as well as an umbrella against the difference between creating, manufacturing green steel and the public not ready to, client not ready to pay the premiums. तो जो 500, 700, 800, 1000 रुपए ग्रीन स्टील बनाने में ज्यादा पर टन जा रहा है, वो हम अपने कार्बन क्रेडिट मैकेनिज्म से ऑफसेट कर सकते हैं। एवरी फैक्ट्री or every unit, every furnace which has started producing after 2025, it comes into this mechanism. At IFA, what we are doing is, we are in advanced stage of a tri-party agreement between an Indian consultant and their counterpart in Switzerland for MRV, for monitoring, verifying what are the carbon credits generated at each and every such unit which starts manufacturing after 2025. IFA will help its 1800 odd members to create a carbon credit bank that can be used by Indian people who need carbon credit and by Southeast Asian countries like say Japan, Korea, Taiwan, Singapore, जिनके पास maximum manufacturing जो कुछ भी वो कर रहे हैं, that is outbound export oriented, because they don't have that much domestic demand because of less population. They are in need of carbon credits in bulk. So IFA is trying to create a carbon credit bank which will help to monetize what we are saving in carbon. So carbon saving should be carbon money as well, that we believe. डिजिटलाइजेशन एंड ऑटोमेशन के बारे में सभी बात करते हैं, तो आर सेकेंडरी स्टील प्लेयर्स शुड अंडरस्टैंड दैट देयर जंप और ट्रांजिशन शुड बी प्रैग्मेटिक. एक दिन में रोम वॉज नॉट बिल्ड इन अ डे. एक दिन में सब कुछ ऑटोमेशन नहीं हो सकता. दे शुड गो विद सिंपल थिंग्स फॉर रिमोट मॉनिटरिंग, फॉर प्रेडिक्टिव मेंटेनेंस. डाउन टाइम रोकते ही हमारी अपनी कॉस्ट बचेगी, हमारी कार्बन एमिशंस बचेंगे. ट्रेसेबिलिटी विल बी डन थ्रू कार्बन क्रेडिट मैकेनिज्म दैट वी आर वर्किंग वेरी फास्ट. अभी मैम ने बात की रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी की. इट इज वेरी प्राइड टू से दैट इंडिया इज फोर्थ इन रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी, बट हियर ऑल्सो वी नीड गवर्नमेंट्स वेरी pragmatic approach. A lot of, though this is not a platform to say, a lot of DISCOM policies in many industrial states are leave about encouraging, they are discouraging the use of renewable energy. दूध देने वाली गाय को कोई छोड़ना नहीं चाहता, तो स्टील इंडस्ट्री को कोई भी हेल्प ही नहीं कर रहा. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, जहां डिस्कॉम पॉलिसी सपोर्टिव हैं, जहां ग्रीन स्टील बनाने के लिए हम रेन्यूएबल एनर्जी पे जा रहे हैं, वहां वी आर स्टिल लैकिंग वन एस्पेक्ट ऑफ हाउ टू स्टोर द एनर्जी दैट इज जनरेटेड. So a renewable energy system should always be completed with battery energy storage system. And it's a great news. Indian manufacturers have started manufacturing lithium ion based battery storage system up to a size of 5 megawatt that can be contained within a 20-foot container. Recently, in one of our technology updation events at Jalna, we brought such experts from Delhi, and they are working closely with Jalna and Raipur manufacturers to create that harmony of renewable energy backed by battery energy storage system. I've discussed about this carbon competitiveness and CBAM. CBAM should be not treated as a barrier, rather it should be taken as a trigger point to improve our working and be competitive for the world. But everything comes with a cost. Secondary steel players or MSMEs, as their name suggests, they are medium and small enterprises. They may not be having that much personally held capital. They need support from institutes and financial mechanism to support their whatever slow and small initiatives they are taking. We need financial support from them for viability gap funding. We need for transitional financing. We need for carbon link incentives and green modernization fund. There should be a sector specific policy for financing as well. 2 minutes, sir. So what we need is a technology adoption fund, and government procurement के बारे में पहले भी बात हुई, मैंने भी करी है. And this technology adoption fund should not be seen as a subsidy. It should be seen as a very strategic investment, because it will result in something, if I may say, increasing our capacity to 300 million tons is a steel sector priority, but adhering to net zero transition is our national commitment globally. So for that, the government and institute must understand that technology adoption fund is not a subsidy, it will be a very strategic investment. And this is a scaling, everybody knows today what we are producing, what we are going to. And what IFA is doing is, through our flagship event at Steel Mahakumbh annually at Mumbai, we bring about industry, researchers, government, as well as policy makers and international technologies to come at a single platform, discuss for 2-3 days how technologies can be adopted. Recently, I have started cluster-based dialogues, a 1 day or a half day seminar with one technology only, which is viable for that particular cluster, as we took AI-based manufacturing intelligence experts and battery energy system to Jalna recently. See, for Viksit Bharat, विकसित and आत्मनिर्भर भारत कब बन पाएगा, पहले भी सर ने डिस्कस किया ना. अभी हम लोग मशीनरी बना रहे हैं. अभी भारत ने, अगर मैं सिर्फ आर्म्स एंड एम्यूनिशन ऑटोमोबाइल की बात करूं जिसमें हम बहुत आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, पर उसका रॉ मटेरियल स्टील तो बाहर से इंपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. सो इट्स सिल्वर लाइनिंग इज द नेक्स्ट PLI स्कीम्स दैट आर ऑलरेडी इन वर्किंग. एक ही लास्ट फिगर मैं आपको दूंगा. अभी हम 165 मिलियन टन स्टील बना रहे हैं, या कहें 200 मिलियन टन का हमारा कैपेसिटी है। हमारा टारगेट है 300 मिलियन टन कैपेसिटी, विच इज 50% अबव आर एग्जिस्टिंग कैपेसिटी। बट स्पेशलिटी स्टील अभी हम 1.95 मिलियन टन बनाते हैं। जो PLI स्कीम्स हमारी रजिस्टर्ड हो चुकी हैं, दैट आर अकाउंटिंग फॉर 25 मिलियन टन स्पेशलिटी स्टील। तो टोटल स्टील में जहां हम 50% इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं, स्पेशलिटी स्टील का हमारा टारगेट वेरी हार्टनिंग इज 1250%. So by going for value added product, going for sustainability, we'll actually help making competitive, credible and clean steel, and that will be the foundation of a real Atmanirbhar and Viksit Bharat. So like last line is just whoever policy makers are here, consultants are here, we have to make sure that secondary steel or MSMEs are at the center stage of policy discussions and policy framework as well. Thank you very much.